My mum is a resident at Ballyferry, and I've been visiting as much as I could during lockdown, and then in January we were allowed to come as an essential visitor, so I had been visiting her, but it was always in her room, so there was always this feeling of what could we do. I'm quite involved in art myself, personally, and so I've always got crayons with me and paper, and I thought, well, we could maybe get out the pencils one day, and instead of doing colouring in, we might just do some sort of abstracty kind of line on a paper. And my mum really enjoyed it. Then I thought, well, we could do something. What could we do? We could all have a go of making those patterns, and maybe what could we make with it? And then I had a chat with one of the carers in the home about what would be nice to, could you make something? And we thought napkins would be nice. Yeah, let's make some napkins. And it is quite an expensive process to go down. But then luckily, Bold came to the rescue. And Magdalena told me that they had this mini commission that she talked about, where there was some funding for little projects which involved the Bold sort of ethos of flourishing and creativity and love. And this ticked all the boxes, because what we wanted to do was invite all the residents who wanted to take part to sit in together and make some marks. And we would use a palette of colours that we would all use the same colours, so that it would become a kind of, some sort of unit sort of together, and then employ the services of a designer who would then take all those drawings and make them into a pattern that we could then repeat. Grab hold of that and try that one. See how you like that, because that's a crayon. And maybe let me turn this around so we can do it on this side here. Have a bit on here, try that one. That's it. Okay. Now hold it like that.
That's better.
That's better, isn't it? So this gives us this opportunity to come together as a group of residents, make something beautiful, aim high, have high aspirations for the quality of the work, that it will have a design element. It's not just vague squiggles that don't mean anything. Somebody's come and made something that's very beautiful. We're concentrating very hard. Everybody is quiet because they're concentrating, aren't they?
That's true.
I think we're all just when you're in the zone, kind of just doing something like that, and that's a lovely thing to be able to create for people. One of the ladies today hadn't signed up, had been asked by the activities coordinator if she wanted to do it. No, she definitely didn't want to. But because she was in the room where we were today and she was sitting at a chair, I thought, well, I'll just ask her anyway, because she's sitting there. What was lovely was that I gave her the paper anyway. I gave her a really nice felt pen, and I said, well, have a go anyway. Just draw a line. And she just engaged with it. She did a drawing of a kind of school, and then she wrote the name of the school, and then she drew a picture of the river. And she really enjoyed the process and asked me where she could buy the pens from. And so it's that idea that people, if you give them enough time and encouragement, they will do something. If I've learned anything from the Bold project, is anybody can be creative, and it doesn't, don't put a label on it as art, because there's a lot of that. Oh, it can't be. Oh, I can't do art. I don't do art. I'm not very good at art. You can get so much pleasure from just being creative. It's without any kind of end goal. But they weren't in their head thinking, well, I better make something that's going to be useful for a napkin. They were just enjoying the process. So I had this lovely moment with one of the carers. She said one of the ladies who took part on Tuesday was there for the whole time and really enjoyed the process and was really engaged with it all, and we had some nice chats. So she said, but what happened was, even a day later, she slept really well. And you're like, whoa. And she said, and sometimes it has a bit of a delayed effect, that somebody would just be maybe a bit relaxed. And they did say, oh, it's really relaxing. That's my mum's home, and those are her family, I guess. So she's with those people a lot of the time, and it was lovely to be in that same group, all of us together in a kind of family. And we've created something as a family. We've all created this thing together. To be in this lovely group setting, in a beautiful room, and it's got the fantastic view of the river, and it's, that was lovely. What a pleasure. What a pleasure. And I think the homes have missed out on a lot of that stuff, where people haven't been able to come in and engage with residents in something else, because it's a long day just sitting there. We should definitely be putting more emphasis on that, on the creative aspect of people's lives, however creative it is, and however small it is, because it's all a benefit, I think. Yeah, they're very beautiful hands. Got lovely nails as well. We've had a really lovely morning, Chrissy.
Okay.
And thank you so much for taking part.
Oh, thank you for having me.